Morning folks, Andy here and welcome back to the workshop, carrying on with this boat build. So I'm just catching up really, because this is the first time I've seen this floor down, because I've been off working and what have you, so I wasn't here to see this go down and take some filming of it. So anyway, it looks fantastic. Work has been carried on the boat. We've had a professional in doing the heating, the Eberspacher and what have you. He's been installing that and he's doing the important bits on that needs certifying and what have you, like that, electrical stuff, the inverter and all that. So that's carrying on. We'll have a look at that and then we'll come back here and have a look around what we've got done in here and in that engine bay. But what I will put up is footage from maybe a month or so ago when doing the work in this wet room to get it to this stage. So we'll put that up now and then we'll come back and have a look what we've been doing in here. Carrying on with this fitting out of this boat, we're now working back in this bathroom. So we've got to put a shower in here, but we're now in a conventional shower with a shower tray and a cubicle and all that. We're having a walk-in shower, which is a wet room, right? So you don't physically have a shower tray and you don't have a glass surround and what have you. Probably put the shower curtain up when it's all done. You can just whip round the showering area just to keep water down from splashing all over. So first job is we'll just take this down. It's only tacked on a couple of places, a couple of screws, so we'll take that down out of the way because we've got to work through there anyway, so we don't need it up at the moment. That's the first job, and then we'll get this floor cut out. We need to have a look at this pump now. That's what we've got. The Whale Grey IC Waste Management System. So it's intelligent control, fully automatic, two-way manifold. Handles waste from multiple drains as required. So we've got a sink and a shower temperature. You could put the sink straight out actually, straight out the side. We'll have a look. Anyway, this is built for taking two and it's got a plug and play system on it, so you can do that type of thing with it. You've got a sink and a shower and a pump up here. It'll lift it about a metre and pump it overboard. And you mount it in that position on that back wall, I believe. We'll just read the instructions as we always do, and we'll have a look at fitting that. The first thing we need to do is re-hand it, because that is the flow, and on there it's showing it going that way, but the pump sits that way, and we need it to sit like that, not like that, like that, not like that. So we'll undo this screw here and we can just turn this round, because this is a diaphragm pump. It's not an impeller, it's a diaphragm, so it goes in and out. It's a pump. So to re-hand it, you just turn that round. So now the hour's going uphill and we want it sitting like that. Sorry, like that. And that's it, so we just screw that back on now. and then this has a connector, the loom that connects to that, and you just tighten up, and then you put that wherever to suit your sink and your shower or whatever you're pumping out. It's a two-way manifold, it's for 12 volt or 24 volt DC. Right, so what we do need to do, get from the merchants, is the fittings to pipe this up to the waste. But as I say, we're waiting for the waste to come, so we can't do anything with that at the moment. We can sort of mount that, have a look at where it can go best, and then when the gully arrives we can plumb it in, put the floor back down and everything then, so it's quite an easy job. Hello folks, welcome back. Carrying on with this, we've got the former just sat in the floor, that's the wet room former. The drain, I've got the waste pipe on it, the big old lumps of solid piping. They're not very flexible, this type of thing, because there's wire in them as well, but they've got to be like that I suppose. The next thing is down here is the valve, right. So that's the intelligent control valve, which has got a plug and play wire on it, which wires straight into the gulper pump, and you've got two inlets. You can use any, because it's only like a container that holds a switch on it, that when it senses water it sends a signal to the pump to wake up, start doing something. So you've got two inlets and an outlet. So now you've got to, so we've got one goes into here from the shower. We're going to have a basin. You could put the basin straight out the side, drill another hole, or you can go through the pump. So in fact you could just have one skin fitting and have both go into it, I suppose, really. I'm not sure yet what we're doing. And then you get these fittings which are an elbow, and they're solvent weld, so you can elbow from here, but I'm not sure as I like the idea of them, because this plastic pipe so puts a fair bit of stress on stuff for my money, and I think I'd be better using a small section of this that I can put on and put a Jubilee clip around it, and then come out to an elbow like that, and then go up, and then you've got some flexibility in this thing. I just think that's a better idea. I don't know if anybody else has had any experience of using these. They do, you know, they are the proper thing. We ordered them for the job, and you can just show them on, solvent weld them on, put them to whatever angle you want. I don't know if I'm being overcautious or what, but we'll get on with it anyway and have a look. So we're going to crack this off, finish the plumbing for this toilet, drill another hole inside that boat, get that finished. We can connect it up, but not totally, because we've got to run pipes behind this. We're going to move this out, same as there. We're going to get piping, run from tank and what have you. We're going to get all this water system in now. So we'll finish off doing what I'm doing here. We can just have a quick look. So you can see that's the former, so vinyl floor on top of that. So we got, and then we'll tank the room. There's the intelligent control switch, and there's the gulper pump,
I screwed that to the wall there. Whether it stops there or goes to one side or the other, I don't know. Whichever, don't really matter. Bottom of this you can swivel 360 degrees. You just slacken that nut off. It's just a collar, tightens up, and all there is in there, it's a diaphragm pump. So it's just like a bellows in there that goes up backwards and forwards and pumps the water out. So that's it anyway on me. That's the idea of all this. Oh, light's gone out, we've not paid bill. Right, we'll get some gear and carry on. Right, made a decision. We're not using the solvent welds. We've got elbows, we'll just use them, and then they can be hose clipped onto the valve down there. So we'll just make them up, but I need some hose clips. The easiest way to get these on is washing up liquid. Just put a drop on it. Same with any fittings, rubber fittings or anything. Just wants a bit of washing up liquid on it so it slips in easy. I'll shove it on here. Oh, that's home. And then we can just put it on the valve. That's the one. That's the one for the shower take out. And then that will go on there. And then you've got sort of a bit of a flexible connection then. Not a sort of solid welded thing on there that I don't know if they can crack or what. But it's certainly, should you need to alter that, and you've got an elbow welded on, you're knackered, aren't you? But if it's like that clipped on, you can use another connection on it should you need. I can't see why we would, but I think a connection like that's preferable for me. Then you just have two hose clips on. Just try to work things out for different scenarios, but it shouldn't change this because it's a shower and a sink pumping through it. So anyway, we'll go this way. And then that one will hose clip on there, and we can turn these to whatever angle we need. So we'll just get everything in place, and I've got to get some hose clips, and then it can be put on permanently when everything's right. So we'll connect this hose back on. Now this hose has got a loop in it down under here, because we're going to have a wall here straight up, and if you need to do anything on this, you've got to be able to lift it out into fresh air. So this is actually probably twice the length it needed to be. So I'll just we can cut a bit more of this away if we need to, but that's that in place there. So we'll be coming up from that to that pump. Right, so that's that for now. I've got that situation. What I'm going to do is put the waste from the sink straight out the boat, not go into that as well. We'll just use it as a single outlet, so it's just purely for the shower. We'll blank the other outlet off on it, so that'll go from there to that whaler pump and out, and the sink will go straight out the wall there without going down into that valve and then to the whaler pump. So should something happen with the pump, the shower pump, then the sink will still work. That's my idea anyway. Here we are. Talk with your hands like that. It'll still work there. Right, carry on with this then. This is like trying to fit a quart in a pint pot. Right, so I've got these in. They're all in the positions. Toilet hose there. We're up here now. Rinse out, pump out. Now what we've got to do is get another great big lump of pipe from that end here, through there, into there, charcoal filter, and then out to a vent which is somewhere on here. That's it. Right, so that's the vent then. So we're going to drill the side of the hole for that to go out there. You've got to figure out, do I go out there or do I go out up here? Right. And then your pipe comes from that into there, into that charcoal filter, from charcoal filter up to the vent and out. So there's that much room in there. I could have a game of football, but I can't get that in very easily. God, it's like trying to work miracles fit anything in here. Right, so that's the next job. Decide where we're going out with that. There or up there. Anyway, and then going to also get the pipe through there, and it doesn't bend this stuff very easily at all. So it's going to have an elbow on it, that. Not that it matters, it's only a breather pipe that for that end there, because if you didn't have that, when you try to pump it out the vacuum, it'll probably just collapse the tank and nothing comes out. So you've got to have a breather to let the air in. So next job, and then there's one more hole to drill in here, and that's for the little sender unit that tells you when it's full. So we'll get some gear and get on with that. Right, so that's it. You've seen what we've been doing to get to the stage of putting this flooring down. We'll have a look around here. Now the flooring we've used is this PTV flooring or LTV, I forget which. It's a tough, very tough sort of vinyl, I believe. So it's like what you find in I don't know, doctor surgeries, hospitals, commercial buildings or what have you. Sometimes known as the well-known ones, Carndean. I believe it's the same type of stuff as that. This is a make of polyfloor, right? And it is called Boathouse, this one. It's got some nice colours in it. I think it looks well. So we'll have a look inside here, and then we can have a look in the engine bay. So you'll have to excuse the light. This is the bedroom and lounge, and here's the wet room. So the water goes straight down there. There's no physical shower tray. It will have a curtain that pulls round, and it's wrapped up the sides, and all the corners are sealed, so there's no ingress of water or egress of water going out. So yeah, and it's tough as old boots, this stuff, and it all slopes downhill to that tray. Now the boat will naturally, at tarse end, it'll be lower down, so it will naturally slope that way. So the water shouldn't be coming this way. That's the plan anyway. So that's what we're at in here. We've got that done. And here's the saloon area. Now obviously it won't be this wide when the units are in the walkway, but we've just put it all the way across so it's all sealed in, you know, and the cabinets, everything underneath them is all on the same level. For the cost of like doing that and messing about that you'd have if it isn't, then it's just not worth it. You just do the lot. We have got some work done up here, trimming this round, which you'll be carrying on today, and then some trimming around this bit here because the door, knock that off, because the door opens to there, and then there's a cabinet going up there, so that's looking nice. All those pinholes will be filled up with the filler and the tulip wood dust. So back out. This wall, that wall, well, all the walls in here, they'll all be covered with the shower board, and it'll overlaps the wrapping up that side there where the vinyl flooring's wrapped up. That overlaps that. You silicone around that, you've sealed it in. Spotty dog, I believe. So the toilet goes into there. Everything's made to come up off above that vinyl flooring, so this is split there should we need to get to it and remove that. Same as this wall, it's split there so it can come off without disturbing the flooring. That's the idea. So I'm pretty pleased with all that. It's took some getting here, but we're now finally putting this boat back together. You know, all the units that were made and what have you, they all can get finished and installed now. So it should be a pretty good thing to see over the next few vlogs, this being fitted out. We'll start the plumbing, get that round, the plumbing, the 12 volt electrics going in, the LEDs with the kinetic lighting switches, so that's something different to see. Anyway, it'll all become apparent shortly that. Oh, 2 doors to make for here, and it's on its way then. So we're just going to have a look in the engine bay. You can see some new bits in there. Right, so we've had all this lot installed. Lee's been in, who's a professional at this game, Marine Services, a company called T-Post in Rotherham. They do all commercial fit outs and any work on boats, really, electrical and all this type of stuff. And we've had all that lot put in, all swaged pipes, you know, proper thick pipes, not push fits or anything, so they ain't going to give us any problems when it's out on the water, on the cut or the river. Right, everything's on this Unistrut system, so it all can be unscrewed and tucked away if needed. It's piped all the engine up there, fuels to it. Working on this side. Tomorrow we'll be back in doing the batteries, which we've got. The wiring, he'll be making all that up, all the wiring for the batteries, and we just had to get somebody in to do it, because although we do engineering and we are engineers, but not in this type of situation, you know, it's not our bag, this type of well, installation of heating systems and all that, you know. So anyway, that's in, and up there he got as far as putting the control panel in. It's not wired up or anything yet. The wires come down from the back of that through there and they drop down the bottom, so that's where they go. Oh, he has got some wires down already. Anyway, so that's where we are, folks. We're moving on now, getting to
today, carrying on in there, start with the fitting out, the plumbing and everything like that. There's another joiner here, Dave, and he's doing some work in there because we need to get it out, so we need to push on with it. Alright, so anyway, thanks everybody for liking and subscribing and watching, leaving comments and what have you. So there'll be a bit to see, more interesting stuff than sort of just building a boat and walling, you know, walling sides of it and all that. A bit more, you'll see the cabinets and everything going in and what have you shortly. So that's it anyway for now. Ta-ra!